All right, so Jaron Ennis, somebody, one of the sparring partners I put on the screen, I think he might have been Cuban, and he confirmed what I heard and what I reported, right? People say, "Oh, you lying on Boots, CJ, and you think you blue, but nigga, I've been had the plug." You know what's so funny? I never asked people like to send me information from behind the scenes in boxing. Like, I didn't really form relationships like that. Um, Anybody for the most part outside of me going to a particular fight, anybody that you seen me like just interview, or some of the information I get from some of the brothers or some of the guys in the sport, it was like because they like that I keep it real. They like my channel. They like I call it down the middle. Or they respect it. You know what I'm saying? They respect it. And they was, they just like, "Oh, you solid," regardless. I try to keep it a beam. So I told y'all what I heard. I heard, Boots was getting down on time. I was like, then why Canelo have a mouse on his eye? I said, that mouse on his eye could have came. It could have came from anywhere. It could have came from sparring another opponent. But I told y'all he got down on Boots. He was getting the best of Boots. That was the rumor. He was getting the best of Boots. Was I surprised? I mean, no. Boots, is Boots really in prime fighting form right now? I probably think not. So yeah, man, wherever I left off at, man, I ordered something. They ain't even have it ready. But they got new people in there, so we're gonna have to punch it a little bit to the word. But yeah, I told y'all that was the rumor that he got down on him, and I heard that from two different people who, as far as I know, they don't even know each other. You know what I'm saying? And because I mentioned it to somebody, and then he like, "Oh yeah, I heard, my boy out there, woo, 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 heard the same thing." So, I mean, but like I said, Canelo is getting primed for a fight. Boots fight is in October, so yeah, he probably ain't peaking like Canelo is starting to peak. But apparently, the dude said that what gave Canelo the edge was that he was able to get on the inside and close the distance off on Boots Ennis. He was able to go in and out at will. So, and at some point, I think what you're figuring out is that Canelo Alvarez is going to be coming forward with Terrence Crawford. I think most people expected that he would come forward versus Bud. So that's what most people expected, that he would come forward. But at the end of the day, Boots is Boots and Bud is Bud. So we'll see. But I'm pretty sure Crawford and them is prepared for him to be doing that little thing, and maybe Canelo add a jab this time. But he's pretty much going to try to walk Crawford down. Sometimes, maybe Crawford getting on the inside, that might be what's best for him. Sometimes most fighters don't really know how to fight on the inside. I see that from this era a lot. A lot of these guys don't know how to fight on the inside. But it's going to sound like, and I was watching, somebody was showing the Trout fight, how Canelo was making Trout miss all these different punches and shit. And one of the things that I paid attention to was, if Trout was aiming his jab to the chest, he would have had a lot more success. We've seen Crawford punch to the chest. He stopped Ndongo to the chest. I believe he, pieced up a few opponents. If I'm shooting that jab versus Canelo, I'm not chasing the head movement, because he tucks his chin into his chest. I'm punching at the chest. I'm aiming at the chest. But does it surprise me that no, Canelo got down? No. You know, people ran with a narrative because Canelo had a mouse on his eye. They could have been, exchanging partner, rotating sparring partners. There could have been a number of things. Could have been another sparring partner that dude. Boots could have got him with a good shot. Who knows? Wife could have hit him with a heel. I'm joking. So there could have been a number of reasons why. But I told y'all. But then again, oh man, you making stuff up. You hating on Boots. You hating on Boots. Why do I feel the need to hate on anybody? I don't get that. I let the fanboys and fangirls hate. I'm not about to just make up some shit out of thin air. Nigga, that ain't even how I operate. Especially if I heard it from two different places that they don't, as far as I know, they don't know each other. I'm thinking like, damn, and two people I respect and I know got a great opinion. You know, I'm like, damn, for real. You know, and Canelo said they worked together. I forgot. He said it was more than one session. He said I knew his brothers. Yeah, that's what he said. You know, I had a regular relationship with his brother. His brother helped me get prepared for, I think he said, the Shane Mosley fight, and I think it was the Alfonso Gomez fight. So that's where the relationship is at. So, for the most part, it is. I mean, I respect it. So, good work. Canelo is the pinnacle of the sport. Boots is 154 pound, not even true 154 pounder yet, 147 pounder. So you expect the guy that's a super middleweight to really have his way. Canelo ain't gonna damage no kids. Canelo in there for work. These new young fighters might have to try to damage Ennis. But Canelo, they understand when you in there with a bigger guy or a young guy. Well, guys like Canelo and Crawford understand they just in there working on whatever. They're not in there to try to destroy a young kid. They ain't in there trying to destroy him. These young fighters today, they in there trying to destroy. They in here trying to destroy each other. So it's just good work. He wanted to get the speed and how he gonna control the distance. He just wanted to deal with the speed so he'll know the distance. But the thing about it is, he ain't Crawford. He ain't as good as Crawford because he ain't as seasoned as Crawford. You know what I'm saying? He don't have Crawford mind. So really, it's just about the speed of how I'm gonna get in and how I'm gonna stay in and how I'm gonna get out. It's just about, okay, let me get a little bit of a smaller guy with speed that switch hit and the things I can worry about getting in and out. He might get to fight night and Crawford might be faster than he anticipated. He may be slower than he anticipated. We don't know. But it's work. Nobody wins the shit. It's work. It's experience for Ennis. It was work for Canelo just to kind of get the speed down pack and how I'm going to get in and out. But the difference is this. I feel like the big difference between Terrence and Jaron is Bud gonna jab. That's one thing he can't imitate with Boots. Bud gonna jab. Bud got a variety of jabs. Whether it's a pistol-like jab, whether it's that shotgun-like jab, whether it's, touching to the butt, Bud gonna jab. With both hands. Bud gonna jab with both hands. That's what we do know. Bruh. Dog is out here tripping, dog. I'm in a rush too. But yeah, Canelo, yeah, but I wouldn't read too much in it. Personally, I wouldn't read too much in it, but that's just me. But I told y'all, but nobody going like I be like making. How many times I've been proven right, bro? I don't even make many videos talking about, yeah, I was right. I told y'all what I heard. I told y'all, man. I told y'all Mazaliev, I want to say it was Mazaliev. I get him and the Madrimov motherfucker mixed up back in the day. But I think it was Mazaliev who was told me out there in LA, Mazaliev knocked out Fondora in sparring. Yeah, that was the good word. That was a good word. So Madrimov, Mazaliev knocked out some Fondora in sparring right before the Lubin fight. So that's what I heard, but you know, you hear different. Some things I'll report, some things I don't. Some people say, "Hey, just keep this on the low. Keep it on the low." Oh, go ahead and say this. It's like Gervonta Davis. I believe they said he making 50 M's for Jake Paul. That's the rumor. They said he making 50 M's for Jake Paul. So it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance and notifications. We go live with your video. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch. Everything inside the link tree is the first link in the description. Peace.